Now, believe it or not, today was actually the final tournament before FNCS Grand Finals. And we got the answer to so many different questions, including which trios are looking the best, who is struggling, and so much more. Real quick before we get into this video though, hitting 100,000 subscribers will be like winning FNCS to me. So if you want me to be able to win FNCS, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. Like I always do for eval cups, we're going to quickly go over the opens, which teams were able to qualify, which teams didn't, and then we will go way more in depth for the actual finals. Starting off with, in first place, getting 328 points was Visuals Braids and Diminish. Second place was Silic Jarg and King on Expo. Third was actually Clix, Batman, Boogan, Yamzo on 308. And they were also able to finish the opens with by far the most amount of elims, getting like 20 more elims than second place. Fourth place was Donnie Mason and Chance. Fifth was Video Cooper Sphinx on 284. Sixth was Rapid Kanata and Bullets on 280. Seventh was Muzz Yapko and Rise. Eighth was Aim Red. Ninth was Reed Bryce and Ver, a team that is actually going to be in the last chance qualifiers. So this is a very good practice for them to be able to qualify for finals. And then rounding out the top 10 was Casey. Some other big names we had is like 11th place of a full EU trio of Sanguild, Marius, and Ferdoxy. 12th place was Ritual, Cold, and Peter, so they were still able to make it into finals. This is now back-to-back weeks now of being able to qualify finals after having 2 straight weeks of not qualifying. Another Grants team right under them of Death, Sales, and Encrypted. Skittles, Threats, and Chim finished in 20th. And if you're wondering like what is this trio, it was because Victor V was unable to play today, and Booga literally doesn't play any tournaments that aren't like Cash Cups or FNCS. So these guys did just form together and they were still able to qualify. And then we had like Asian Jeff in 28th, Shadow Curve and Tyler in 32nd. And those were most of the big names that were able to qualify today. So the finals are going to have 15 total grand finals teams so far. So the finals are absolutely stacked. If you're wondering what big names were not able to qualify, there was only one like super disappointing trio today, and that was 70th place of Agers, Acorn, and Poyo. They were only able to finish with 172 points. So this will be their last tournament before grand finals starts. Let's actually move on to how the finals went though. Now in the finals, the Clix and Peterbot drama is back, and we will talk about that very soon. But we also have to talk about some dominant performances and some real struggle days from different trios in the finals. Let's start off with first place as always though, is the trio of Ritual, Cold, and Peterbot. Now these guys were able to win game 2 today, and they were absolutely fragging out, finishing the day with 39 total elims. These guys got a 10 elimination 3rd, 19 elimination win, 2 elimination 13th, and then an 8 elimination 11th in their very final game. But in this game, I'm not gonna lie, they had one main intention, and that was to get Clix out of the lobby.
Yeah.
15!
I mean, Hunter! One.
I'm running to him, I'm running to him. Hold on!
Coming.
Help. Full.
With you. Go. Yes, we're good, Rex.
No heals.
I don't have any.
Bigs or anything, bigs.
140. He's peeking.
He's dead, I just come to help.
Man,
Dude.
it's all good. Grief your own tournament. Egotistical ugly piece of shit. Who gives a fuck?
And I just can't wait for them to fucking be in first, man.
Can't wait till Fortnite to fall off. This kid will literally do nothing with his life. Griefing in the finals? Like, what the f?
Enemies for what?
Now, Peter later went on to Faxity stream to basically explain it that they literally do just do this every single last game, where they are just keying almost every single team, and it's almost impossible to stream snipe Clix since he is on a delay. I don't think Peterbot was stream sniping him, but I think at the end of the day, everyone knows the rivalry these two have against each other. And whenever they do have a chance to fight each other, one of them is going to take it, and Peter just finished on top this time. Second place though is a team I really want to highlight, a trio that looked so consistent today, and a team that I might be massively moving up my grand finals predictions of Rapid, Kanata, and Bolts. Now these guys finished with the 3rd amount of elims today, getting 30 total elims, but they were by far the most consistent trio today, getting an average placement of 4.2. Their match history was a 12 elimination win, 6 elimination second, 6 elimination second, and a 6 elimination 12th. So they had the real possibility to win almost 3 games today. Also in this background footage here, you will be seeing a solo clutch that Kanata was able to get them for the game 1 win when he was a solo from 30 people alive. Bolts just recently also said that he is full locking in for grand finals now. So if there has been any concerns about Bolts like not grinding or anything before grand finals, he's been playing the game. He's been playing scrims with Kanata and Rapid, and these guys honestly look so good right now. Third place was the final trio to get a win of Bacon, Golden, and Ozone. They were able to win game 4 today, getting a 10 elimination win. And then the team that won game 3, finishing off in 4th place, getting their first set lobby finals win of the season, believe it or not, is the trio of Shadow, Curve, and Tyler. If you look on the leaderboard, it says that Taki, Eshu, and Impin also got a win today, but that is just completely bugged. So the rest of the leaderboard is 6th place of Skittles, Threats, and Chimp. Huge shout out to these guys for being super consistent today, also getting an average placement of 5.5 with not even their official trio. 7th place is honestly a team I have never heard of Briga, Northern, and Yan. Shout out to these guys. 8th place was Clix, Yamzo, and Batman Booga. I don't want to necessarily say they had a struggle day, but this was the first eval cup since these guys have formed together that they were not able to get a single win in. They got a 5 elimination 2nd, 3 elimination 6th, 5 elimination 12th, and then a 5 elimination 19th in the very final game when they were actually fighting against Peterbot. I don't want to necessarily say that I'm like worried for this team going into grands, but when my actual grand finals predictions come out, you guys might be a little bit surprised. 9th place was Roxanne, Loki, and Dorito, and then rounding out the top 10 was Muzz, Yapko, and Rise, only being able to play 3 games today because they were not able to load into one of the games, and then Rise literally crashed in the very final game. So I'm not really going to hold this 10th place too much against them because they did have a lot of unlucky crashes today. A couple trios that it just wasn't their day though is like 12th place of Video, Cooper, and Sphinx. They really didn't look like themselves out there today, and I don't 100% know what was actually going on with them since they weren't streaming and we didn't really see them post anything on social media either. A team that is going to be in the last chance qualifier and didn't really look too promising was the trio of Reet, Bryce, and Vert. They finished in 25th place today, and their best game was a 5 elimination 7th. They did have to deal with a lot of people like fighting them off spawn and things like that though. And also, like I said earlier, there was literally 15 grand finals teams in this lobby, so I wouldn't really be too worried about these guys going into last chance. Obviously the lobby is going to be nowhere as near as good as this, but let's actually move on to EU now. Now on EU, like always, we got to see so much different off spawn drama, including a brand new fight between Queasy versus Vania's trio. Let's quickly go over the opens though and the teams that were able to make finals. Starting off with in first place was Pink, Nebs, and Chino on 296. They were able to win 2 out of their 5 games. Second was Asaw. Third was Pablo, Kira, and Bevies. Fourth was Vico, Vino, Flixie. Fifth was Rax, Perdage, and Radion. Sixth was Trulex, Ace, and Chicho. Seventh was Contry, Finnick, and Upple. Eighth was Fant. Ninth was Pingwax and Malibuka. And then rounding out the top 10 was Noms, Razoi, and Grippe. We did also have a lot of other big names that are going to have to make their way through the last chance qualifier, be able to make finals, such as 15th place of Cheatin', Rezon, and Kadu, Quizzy, Swizzy, and Mustache finished in 16th, Seti, Hari, and Cammy in 17th, 2 teams in the last chance qualifier of Mario, Mr. Savage, and Panzer in 21st, and Hris, Teeny, and Skavi in 22nd, and Vanya, Pixie, and Marius in 23rd. So basically every single big name that is going to be playing in that last chance qualifier was able to make it into the finals. We only had a couple of big names not be able to make it into the finals, including some teams that are grand finals qualifiers like Chap, Yanis, and Noah Riley in 64th. We also had Tripper and Thomas HD in 80th, so they will not be able to get any practice before the last chance qualifier. And then another team that has been on such a hot streak recently of Pix, Darman, Demas finished in 81st. Now in the actual finals, we saw some grand finals trios really show out. Starting off with in first place, the only trio in EU to be able to win multiple games of Ping, Walks, and Malibuka. Now these guys ended up winning back-to-back games today, getting a 7 elimination win and another 7 elimination win, and they finished the tournament with 19 total elims. These guys could definitely be in contention for the grand finals championship coming up very soon, but I do still think the team that finished in second place has to be just the overall favorites. They were so dominant today, finishing the day being able to win 1 out of the 4 games. They were able to win game 1 today, as well as having an average placement of 4.0 and finishing with the most elims in the entire tournament of 33 total elims. So they were able to be the most consistent team while getting the most amount of elims also, and that is just always going to be a recipe for success, especially once grand start. These guys are able to get a 12 elimination win, 5 elimination 8th, 8 elimination 3rd, and an 8 elimination 4th. They just continue to look so dominant, and I cannot wait to see what they're able to put on in grand finals. The final trio that was able to get a win is another FNCS grand finals team of Comeback, Blaha, and Mixon. These guys were able to get a 7 elimination win in the very final game today. Huge shout out to these guys as well. Some other teams that I really want to highlight is like the trio that finished in 4th place of Cheatin, Rezon, and Kadu. They finished with the 2nd most elims today, getting 27 total elims. Now that honestly might look like super good today, and especially if these guys were like already in grand finals or something, then this would of course be a very positive sign for like their fragging ability going forwards. But we have to remember these guys have to be able to win a game in the last chance qualifier, and their best placement game today was a 4 elimination 8. So I mean, they showed the ability to like get elims and stuff, but they really didn't show any consistency other than that. Moving on with the leaderboard though, in 5th place we do have some drama, and of course it involves Queasy. We have the trio of Swizzy, Queasy, Mustache, and these guys are now also landing on Marius's team at Kappa Kappa Factory, and they ended up 3-0ing them off spawn. And if you're wondering like, oh, why did Queasy decide to switch his drop spot randomly, it's because Kappa Kappa Factory was only contested by Marius, Pixie, and Vania like all season long, but they are another trio that are in the last chance qualifier. And so I guess Queasy is kind of just hoping that they're not able to qualify for finals, so that in grands they will actually be able to get that spot completely uncontested. But even today when they were fighting them, I'm not gonna lie, Swizzy, Queasy, and Mustache just look so much better than them. I kind of feel a little bit bad for Vania because I mean, Queasy literally took his duo when he started playing with Swizzy, and now he is also taking his drop spot from him as well. But I mean, hey, I'm kind of hoping that Vania's trio is able to make grands, so we will get even more off spawn drama between these guys. Another team that was in the last chance qualifier is 6th place of Chris, Teeny, and Skavi. Now they were able to win an eval cup game last week, and this week the closest they came to that was a 7 elimination 2nd. They also had an average placement of 8.7 today, so maybe I was a little bit harsh on this team, and they honestly are looking really good going into last chance now. 7th place was Pablo, Kira, and Bevies. 8th was Pink Nebs and Chino. 9th was Country, Finnick, and Uppel, and then rounding out the top 10 was Odin. Now let's talk about the trio I know all of you guys want to hear about, and that is 15th place of Mongrel, Mr. Savage, and Panzer. Now they honestly had like 2 good games today. They were able to get a 3 elimination 7th and a 9 elimination 6th. They were also contested in their very final game, in which they ended up dying off spawn. They only finished today with 12 total elims. I mean, they didn't look like crazy good or anything, but they also didn't look too bad. My confidence in this team is about the same as it was before this tournament started. I'm glad that they were able to get some practice in like stacked set lobby finals, because if we're just being honest, the quality of this lobby that they were in is going to be like probably 10 to even 20 times better than what the actual last chance is going to be, because this lobby had like 10 plus, maybe even 15 plus grands teams in it, compared to the last chance, which is literally only going to be like 5 good teams max, and they were still holding their own in a lot of it, and they really did show some promise. Finally, we did get the Cammy off spawn fight again between Cammy, Seti, and Hari versus Akira, Podesai, and X-Sweeze, and Cammy tweeted out that they won 3-1 off spawn today, but they still did finish in 21st, while Akira's trio finished in 31st. So I am still just a believer that if these guys are going to be contested in grands, they are kind of just cooked. But we also do know that Akira, Podesai, and X-Sweeze are currently not in grand finals, and they also have to make their way through the last chance qualifier. So you know, Cammy, Seti, and Hari are really hoping that they end up not being able to make grands, because I really do believe that if Seti's trio is able to be completely uncontested for every single game in grand finals, then they have a real chance of being able to win FNCS, even if it is a little bit slim. But if these guys are contested, we have already seen their track history, and even though they have been looking better off spawn this season, I still probably wouldn't even predict them to finish inside of the top 10. Let's check out the final kin stats for the eval cup though. In 10th place we had Kiro on 3,897. 9th was Nebs. 8th was Teeny. 7th was Tayson. 6th was Mustache. Going into the top 5 is Kadu in 5th, Vino in 4th, Rax in 3rd, Chicho in 2nd, and then in 1st place by almost 1,000 damage, getting 5,512 damage, was Vico. Other than that though, remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and hitting 100,000 subscribers will be like winning FNCS to me. So thank you guys all so much who have just recently subbed to the channel. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. YouTube says enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at ChiliKDOG to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.